Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello my dear students, welcome back to First Commerce Accountancy online classes. Dear students, in the previous class we discussed about the concept of accounting equation and about the books of original entry. Books of original entry. There we discussed about the concept, that is what journal. Journal means, journal is a book in which transactions are recorded for the first time in the chronological order. That is called as what? Journal. So the basic function of accountancy or the basic function of an accountant is to record the transaction in the books of account, right? So let's move to discuss the basic or one of the important concept in the accounting, that is what? Journal entries. So we know that the main function of accounting is to record the transactions in the books of accounts. So we discussed about the concept like the rules of debit and credit and about the generally accepted accounting principles. We told that those accounting concepts are the basic or the fundamental ideas or assumptions which are helpful to record the transaction in the books of accounts. So each and every organization need to maintain consistent accounting policies to prepare the financial statements. Why we need to prepare financial statements? Because to know the exact position of an organization, each and every organization need to prepare financial statements. So to prepare the financial statements, we need the source document, proper documents. So from the documented evidence, we can record the transaction in the books of account. In the first initially we can record the transaction in the book called journal. Later that journal entries are posted or transferred to the ledger account, that is what? Individual accounts. Say for example in the journal book, organization record all the transaction, accountant record all the transaction. Maybe that transaction relates to purchase, sale or receipt or payment, whatever it may be. All the business transactions are recorded in the book called journal. Later all these transactions are posted or transferred to the individual account called ledger. So to record the transaction in the first book, that is in the original book, to record the transaction in that book, we have to follow some of the rules or the principles. Based on that, we can record the transaction in the book, in the original book. So let's discuss how we can record the transaction in the books of account. What is the format? Already we discussed about the format of journal and all. Let's move to solve the first question relates to journal entry. How we can find out the how we can record the journal, how we can record the transaction in the books of account, and what is the step by step. Let's discuss the step by step analysis to record the transaction in the books of account. Okay, so let's see the first one. The first question is like this: journalize the following transaction in the books of Ram Traders. Journalize the following transactions of Ram Traders. So here Ram is owner of the Ram is considered as owner of business. So 2017 January 1st, business started with the cash. See, before analyzing the question or before discussing about this question, the first step to pass the journal entry or to record the transaction in the books of account, firstly we should identify the two or more than two accounts are involved in a transaction. In the previous classes we discussed about the accounting equation. There we studied how to find out the two accounts involved in a transaction. Correct, right? Say for example, business started with the cash. There we can find out the two accounts, two different accounts in a transaction. That is what, one is cash, another one is capital. Same way here also we should find out the two accounts or more than that which are involved in a transaction. Are you getting my point? So here business, take any example or take any transaction, you should find out the two or more than two accounts which are involved in that transaction. Then you can easily analyze the next step, or then you can easily move to the next step. Okay, so here business started with the cash. Here also two accounts are involved in that transaction. We should find out that particular transaction, and before that we should know the basic rules of debit and credit of different types of account. So how many types of accounts are there? Yes, totally 5 types of accounts. That is asset, liability, expenses, revenues and capital. Correct, right? Based on each account, each different types of accounts have its own rules. Say for example, asset. What is the rule of asset? Yes, increase in asset is to be debited, decrease in asset is to be credited. It means each and every transaction involves twofold effect. That is, one is debit aspect, another one is credit aspect. One is giving, another one is taking. Correct, right? Based on that rules, we can record the transaction in the books of accounts. So, to pass the journal entry, what we should know? We should learn, we should study properly about the rules of debit and credit. Rules of debit and credit. Then classification of accounts. Classification of accounts. Say for example, cash comes under asset account, creditor comes under liability, capital under capital, drawings under capital. Like that we should able to categorize, means classify the accounts. Okay, then we can apply the rule according to the assets. So here according to the types of accounts. So here first business started with the cash. Two accounts are involved. What are the two accounts? You can say here one is cash account, another one is capital account. So it's a rough work. It is just for analysis purpose. Okay, so here business started with the cash, and in the previous class I told that how we can record the journal entries in the book in this format. In the first line we should write the debit aspect of a transaction. In the first line we should record the debit aspect of a transaction along with the word debit. The word debit should be written at the end of the column, and in the second line we should leave the sufficient space like margin. Then we can write the credit aspect of a transaction with the prefix TO, okay, to record the credit aspect of a transaction. So here the first step is by how we can analyze the transaction. We should find out the two accounts involved in a transaction. So here business started with the cash, includes two different accounts. One is cash, another one is capital. Next, analysis or the classification of accounts. Say for example, cash comes under asset account and capital comes under capital account. Then the next step is analysis. Analysis in the sense what? Whether shows increased value or decreased value. Say if you are starting a business organization, say at that time you bring 1 lakh rupees cash to start your own organization. Then in your business organization, cash shows increased value. Same time, when owner investing any amounts to start a business, that fund is called as capital. So capital also shows increased value. Cash also increases, capital also increases. So cash comes under asset and it shows increased value. capital comes under capital account and it shows increased value. Then the next important step is applying the rules of debit and credit of each account, the respected account. So here one is asset and we need to follow the rules of asset, and another one is capital and we need to follow the rules of capital. So here what is the rule of asset? Yes, increases in asset is to be debited. So here asset shows increased value. So increases in asset is to be debited. So here cash account is debited. And the next one is capital. Capital shows increased value here. So according to the rules of capital, increases in capital is to be credited, decreases in capital is to be debited. Just we should follow increased rule. Means increases of capital, increases in capital is to be credited. So one account debited, another one is credited. So what is the how we can record the transaction in this format? First we should write the date, means here particulars, LF, debit amount and credit amount. Journal entries, heading is like this, journal entries in the books of Ram Traders, and take down the first transaction. We can record this transaction in this format. 2017 January 1st, business started with the cash. Can we record the transaction like this? Business started with the cash here? No, we should follow the rules. There is a set of format is there to record the transaction in the books of journal. Okay, so we should record the transaction like this. We should consider the debit aspect first, then we should write credit aspect of a transaction. So here cash account, already we analyzed, correct, right? Cash account, because cash shows asset of the business, shows increased value. So cash account debited, where we can write debit at the end of the column, here debit, DR, okay, debere. So DR, in short we can call it as debtor, okay, debited to capital account, okay. So and immediate after passing the journal entry, we should write the narration. How we can write the narration? What is the meaning of narration? Before that, narration means below the account title, this is the account title, cash is account title, capital is account title. So below the account title, brief description of a transaction is written, that is called as narration. So here business started with the cash. It is called as narration, okay. So here after that we should draw the line. Just that line should cover only the particulars column, okay. So then amount, in amount column we should write the amount 1 lakh, and here also 1 lakh. Clear? So that is about the business started with the cash. How we can analyze? The first step, we should find out two different accounts. After that we should classify that account. Say for example, in a transaction we found one is asset, one account is asset, another account is a liability. Then we should analyze whether that liability shows increased value or decreased value, like that. Then we can apply the rules of debit and credit of different accounts, okay. So like that, and the next step is to record the transaction in the book. That is first step. We can record the transaction, means we can record the debit aspect in the first line, okay, first line, and leave space and write debtor, it means debited, at the end of the column. In the next line you should leave the space for margin, like margin, okay, margin space. Then you should write 2 because this 2 specify that transaction, that aspect is a credit aspect. Okay, so to record the credit aspect of a transaction, we should use the word 2, then the title of the account. Okay, so 2 capital account. Immediate below that we should write the narration about the transaction. That narration is a brief description about the transaction. Then amount, we should fill the amount column. Next, draw the line to the particulars column. Clear? Next, move to the next one, goods purchased for cash. Goods purchased. See, in the equation part, accounting equation, there we considered goods as stock. Goods as stock, but here that same goods is considered as purchase. Why? Because see, goods is classified into 5 types of accounts. One particular account is divided into 5 types. That is what they are. One is sales account, purchase account, sales returns account, purchase returns account, and stock account. So here we can consider this goods as purchases only. Okay, so here purchases means what? It comes under expenses account. Say for example, stationery purchased, postal stamp purchased, newspaper purchased, or any other item purchased, raw material purchased. These all are considered as expenses or incomes. Yes, many are saying that these are expenses. Of course, correct. Okay, so here expenses are means purchases are considered as expenses. So expenses. So here what are the 2 accounts are involved? Say one is purchase, another one is cash. Another one is cash. Means to purchase anything we have to pay cash. Say for example, you want to purchase stationery things. Then to purchase stationery you have to pay something. Correct, right? Maybe cash or maybe check. So like that so purchase is considered as expense if in the transaction they specifically mentioned about what you purchased. Say for example, furniture purchased, machinery purchased, or motor vehicle purchased, building purchased. If the transaction is like that, then you can consider that transaction as asset. Means building comes under asset, machinery comes under asset. Okay, so otherwise if just they mention goods purchased, then you should consider that transaction as purchases. Purchases means expense. Okay, so then classify this. Purchase comes under expenses account, expenses or losses, and cash comes under asset account. Then analyze this, whether expense increased or decreased. When you purchase something, your expense increases or decreases. Correct, it increases. Expenses shows increased value. So actually you had 1 lakh rupees. Now out of 1 lakh you paid 50,000. Now your cash shows reduced value or increased value. Correct, it shows reduced value. Okay, then apply the rule. Rules that first rule is applicable here, expense rule. What is the rule of expenses? Increases in expenses is to be debited, decreases in expenses or loss is to be credited. Whether here you can observe increased, so increases in asset is to be debited. Here it shows decreased value, so decreases in asset is to be credited. So debit aspect, another one is credit aspect. So how we can record? We can record the debit aspect in the first line and next line credit aspect of a transaction. So here first, which account is debited? Purchases account. So here purchases account debited to cash account. To cash account, we should leave the space, this much space, immediate after passing the entry we should write narration, goods purchased for cash. We should not write the amount once again here, purchased for cash. Only this much. Okay. So, what is the date? January 2nd. January 2nd, amount 50,000 and 50,000. 50,000 in front of debit column, 50,000 in front of credit column, like that. Okay. Here, like this. Okay, it's the end of the transaction. And move to the next one, stationery purchased for cash. Stationery purchased for cash. Stationery purchase. They clearly mentioned stationery. But whether stationery can be considered as asset for the organization? No. If you are running a stationery shop, then the stationery items may be considered, can be considered as asset for your organization. But here, Ram Traders purchasing some stationery from other shops. So that for Ram Traders, that stationery is considered as expense. Okay. So here, one account is stationery. Another one is for cash. To purchase stationery, he have to pay cash. Okay. So stationery comes under expenses account, means expenses or losses. So stationery comes under expenses or losses, whether increased or decreased, expenses increased or decreased. When we purchase something, our expenses shows increased value. So apply the rule now. Increases in expenses is to be debited. Increases in expenses is to be debited. Let's move to the next cash aspect. Here cash comes under asset. Whether cash shows decreased value or increased value. When we purchase something, our cash shows decreased value. Correct, right? Okay, and next apply the rule. It decreases in asset is to be credited. One is debit, another one is credit. Okay, so we should write the debit aspect in the first line. So stationery. What we purchase? Stationery. So stationery account debited to cash account. To cash account. To purchase stationery, we paid, means Ram Traders paid cash. So stationery purchased for cash. That is a narration. Stationery purchased for cash. Okay. What is the date? Jan 4. Stationery purchased rupees 2,000. 2,000. Okay. And the next one is open a bank account. Open a bank account. These all transactions are ones we discussed in the part accounting equation. Okay. So here open a bank account. How we can open a bank account? So to open a bank account, what we have to invest? Yes, we have to invest some amount in the form of cash. In the form of cash. So bank, one account bank, another one is cash. To open a bank account, we have to invest some cash. So bank comes under asset account, cash also comes under asset account. Correct, right? Cash in hand, cash at bank, both are comes under asset, current asset. Okay. So here bank shows increased or decreased value. When we invest or when we depositing amount into our bank, then that much amount shows increased value, means bank account shows increased value. In our pocket 1,000 rupees, just assume in our pocket 1,000 rupees is there. Okay, so then later in the next day you deposit 500 rupees into your bank account. Now in your pocket 500 reduced, 500 shows reduced value, just you have only 500 rupees. Okay, but 500 is deposited in your bank account. Both are your asset only. Both a cash and bank comes under asset account. So bank shows increased value, cash shows decreased value. Getting my point? So here both are comes under asset, so easy to apply the rule. Increase in asset is to be debited, decrease in asset is to be credited. Okay, decrease in asset is to be credited, increases in asset is to be debited. We should write the debit aspect in the first line. So which account is debited here? Bank account. So bank account debited to cash account. Opened a bank account. Bank account. Okay. So how much? 3,500. 3,500. And mention the date Jan 5. Jan 5. And the next Jan 8. Cash sales. Cash sales means Ram Traders sold goods on cash basis. On cash basis. Say we know the two basis of transaction, that is cash basis and credit basis. Okay. So credit means what? In the near future we can receive that amount, means amount not yet received. But cash means when selling activities are took up by the organization, immediate they received some cash by the customer. So cash sale, see here simple, two accounts are involved, very simple. One is cash, another one is sales. Say for example cash purchases, what are the two transactions are involved? So you can easily analyze now. Okay, one is cash, another one is purchase. To purchase something we have to pay cash. So two transactions, two accounts. So here one is cash, another one is sale. Let's move to analysis part. Cash comes under asset. Sales is a revenue. Sales considered as revenue for the organization. So only the basic source for the business organization is sales. Okay, business organization, that is what? A sale. Okay, so here sale comes under revenues account. Revenues. Sales comes under revenue. Commission received, interest received, dividend received, or any other types of receipts, all are comes under revenues account. Okay, so here sales considered as revenue, cash comes under asset account. Next analyze this, means asset, when we sell something, when we are say for example in your Ram Traders sold 2,500 worth item to some other customer, then at the time of selling, okay, you will receive some amount. So your cash shows increased value. Your cash shows increased value, same time your revenue shows increased value. Revenue also increases, cash also increases, like that. So increases in asset is to be debited, increases in revenue is to be credited. Correct, right? Increases in revenue is to be credited, increases in asset is to be debited. So debit aspect, another one is credit aspect. So how we can record? Cash account debited to sales account, in bracket cash sales, or sold goods on cash, cash sales. Okay, so much 2,500. 2,500 debited and 2,500 credited. And last one, wages paid. wages paid, salary paid, or any other commission paid, rent paid, all these comes under expenses or losses account. All the payments are considered as expense to the organization, or we can consider loss to the organization. Okay, so here what are the two accounts? To pay wages, what we have to pay? We have to invest some cash for other expenses, to meet such expenses, correct? So here one account is, here one wages, another one cash. Okay, wages comes under expenses account. Okay, expenses shows increased value, expenses or losses shows increased, cash comes under asset, cash shows reduced value. Okay, so increases in expenses is to be debited, decreases in asset is to be credited. One account is debited, another one is credited. So to pay any expenses we have to invest some cash. So cash, asset in the form of cash, that shows reduced value, and in another side expenses shows increased value. That's why we should debit that aspect. So Jan 10 wages account debited to cash account, in bracket wages paid. Wages paid. So how much? 500. 500. Okay. Next we should total it. In the next line, total means here total of the debit column and total of the credit column must get equal amount. Okay. So here 1 lakh plus 50,000 plus 2,000 plus 3,500 plus 2,500 and 500 comes 1,90,000. Okay. Total of the credit, total of the debit amount and total of the credit amount column must get a equal value, means it should get tally. So total 1,90,000 and 1,90,000 each. So after completing this previous sum, previous transaction, in the next line we should write total. We should write total amount. So amount in amount column 1,90,000 and 1,90,000. Calculate it again. Okay, then write the total amount. So once again I will explain. Here business started with the cash, includes two accounts. One is cash, another one is capital. Then what is the next step? We should classify the accounts, like cash comes under asset account, capital comes under capital account. The next step is analysis, whether it shows increased value or decreased value. After find out the increased or decrease, next we can easily apply the rules of debit and credit of respected account. Means increases in asset is to be debited, the decreases in increases in capital is to be credited, like that. The next step is goods purchased for cash. Here also two accounts. Firstly we should find out the two accounts. Then analysis means classification of accounts, whether expenses comes under, means purchase comes under expense, another one is cash comes under asset. Application analysis, increased or decreased, application of rule. And the stationery purchase, stationery is considered as expense. So we should apply the rules of expense here. Then cash shows, here when we purchase something, our cash shows reduced value. Okay, so like that, then we can apply the rule. Open the bank account. Here both accounts are asset, are under asset. So easy to apply the rule. Increases in asset is to be debited, decreases in asset is to be credited. And cash sale, goods sold on cash basis. Cash shows increases, sale is considered as revenue. Wages paid, wages is considered as expense. To pay such to pay wages we have to invest some cash. So cash shows reduced value, wages means expense shows increased value. Okay, so very simple steps to record the transaction in the journal. That is what first step, we should find out the two accounts. Next step, classification of accounts. Next, analysis, then application of rule, and we should follow the step format to record the journal entry. First step, in the first line we should record the debit aspect, and in the next and debit aspect in the first line, and at the end of the column we should write the word DR. DR means that accounts is debited, and to to record the credit aspect of a transaction, we should leave the sufficient space for margin, then we should use the prefix to, then we can write the title of the accounts, and immediate after passing the journal entry we should write the narration, and then we should fill the amount column. At the end, then we should total both debit amount column and credit amount column. I hope you understood this sum means how to solve the journal. Journal entries, how we can record the journal transaction in the book called journal. Thank you for watching this video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.